My father had used my savings to buy a car for my stepsister. "Forgot about that money," my stepmother said, laughing. I just smiled and called the police. Then my dad begged me, but returning home after a relaxing 2-week beach getaway felt strange. I had worked tirelessly to save for that trip, sacrificing weekends and social outings with friends just to experience a taste of freedom. And it was worth it. Late nights by the ocean, campfires, and a break from responsibilities. For the first time in years, I was genuinely happy. But that happiness vanished the moment I stepped back into my father's house. Living there had never truly felt like home, not since my father remarried. My stepmother, Vanessa, had him under her control from the beginning. She wasn't just bossy, she was cunning, making him feel like he had no say. Whenever he resisted, she'd threaten to leave, reminding him of how he'd lost my mother. She even joked about it, as if it were funny. And my father, terrified of being alone again, always gave in. Then there was Lily, their daughter. Imagine every spoiled, selfish character from movies combined into one person. That was Lily. She acted like the house belonged to her, like my father was hers alone, and I was just an unwelcome guest. Countless times, she'd throw tantrums to get her way. If I had something she wanted, she took it. If I had plans that didn't involve her, they were dismissed. And my father? He allowed it. Every single time. Because keeping Vanessa happy was his top priority. For years I kept quiet, working and saving, telling myself that once I had my own car, I'd be one step closer to leaving for good. But as I stepped out of the taxi and spotted a shiny new white Honda Civic in the driveway, a sinking feeling hit me. It wasn't my father's car, and it certainly wasn't Vanessa's. I grabbed my bags and headed inside. Laughter echoed from the kitchen, Vanessa and Lily. Lily turned and smirked when she saw me. "Hey, Alex, check outside," she said. I glanced out the window, confused. What am I supposed to see?" She rolled her eyes. "The car, it's mine. Dad got it for me while you were gone. A birthday surprise." I froze. "Oh, nice. Happy belated birthday, I guess." She just grinned and went back to whatever she was doing, but my mind was racing. Something wasn't right. My father wasn't the type to splurge on a new car. Where had the money come from? We weren't exactly wealthy. I pushed the thought aside and went to my room. Whatever. Not my problem. For the next few days, I didn't dwell on it. I was still in vacation mode, catching up on sleep and hanging out with friends. Then, on the third day, I needed cash. I had saved diligently for 2 years, scraping together every penny until I finally had $8,000, just before my trip. My father always warned me about banks. "If it's in your account, it's not really yours," he'd say. So I kept the money in the family safe in his office. I went upstairs, unlocked the safe, and my stomach dropped. The envelope was gone. I stared into the empty safe, scrambling for explanations. Maybe my father had moved it. Maybe he thought it wasn't safe there anymore. Trying to stay calm, I closed the safe and went downstairs. Vanessa was lounging on the couch, scrolling through her phone. "Hey," I said, keeping my tone casual. "Do you know where my money is? The envelope from the safe?" She didn't even look up. "Oh, we used it." I blinked. "What?" She finally met my eyes, smirking. "For Lily's car. Your father said it was just sitting there, so we put it to good use." Heat surged through me. "You used my money?" "Well, technically, it was in our safe," she said, as if that justified it. "And it was for family." "Lily is family, isn't she?" She laughed. "Oh, relax. Just forget about it." Forget it. 2 years of extra shifts. 2 years of missing out on fun with friends. 2 years of planning for my future. Only for her to dismiss it like it was nothing. I turned away before I said something I'd regret. I needed to talk to my father. I paced the house for hours, waiting for him to return. When I heard his truck pull in, I stormed outside before he could even step inside. "Dad," I said, struggling to stay composed. "Where's my money?" He sighed and rubbed his neck. "Alex, listen. Just tell me where it is." He avoided my gaze. We used it for Lily's car. It was her birthday and... You used my money? My voice rose louder than I intended. You knew I was saving for my own car. I know, he said quickly. But you weren't using it, and Lily needed something reliable. We figured... We? You mean Vanessa figured. And you just went along with it, like always. His jaw tightened. That's not fair, Alex. Not fair? I almost laughed. You stole from me. You let them take everything I worked for. And now what? I'm just supposed to get over it? He exhaled sharply, as if holding back frustration. I'll pay you back. When? Silence. That's when I knew he had no plan. Vanessa was in control, as usual. And that's when I made my decision. I smiled. Okay. He looked surprised. Okay? Yeah, I'll forget about it. He relaxed. Good. I knew you'd understand. I walked back inside, past Vanessa, who was still sprawled on the couch like she owned the place. Upstairs, I closed my bedroom door and pulled out my phone. I dialed the police. Before I could say more than hello, my door flew open. Vanessa. Her face was twisted with rage, and before I could react, she lunged, snatching the phone from my hand. You little brat! She screamed, slamming the phone against the wall. The screen shattered, glass scattering everywhere. My heart pounded as she grabbed my arm and shoved me out of the room. Go! She barked, pushing me toward the stairs. You want to play the victim? Fine, but you'll sit down and listen first. By the time I reached the kitchen, my father was already there, rubbing his temples. He glanced at me, then at the broken phone in Vanessa's hand, and sighed. Really, Alex? Calling the cops over this? Vanessa tossed the phone on the counter and crossed her arms. You're lucky I didn't throw you out for pulling a stunt like that. My chest tightened. You stole from me. She scoffed. We didn't steal. We bought Lily a car. For the family. For Lily, I shot back. Not for me, not for you, not for Dad. You took my money without asking. My father shook his head. Alex, come on, you weren't using it. It was just sitting there. I was saving it, my fists clenched. For a car, just like Lily. And now there's a car in the driveway, but it's not mine. You're being selfish, my father said. Lily needed it for school and responsibilities. And I don't have responsibilities? I snapped. I have work. I had plans. But none of that matters, does it? As long as Vanessa and Lily get what they want. Vanessa rolled her eyes. Stop whining. You live here rent-free, eat our food, use our electricity, and now you're throwing a fit over money we spent on our family. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My money. Not yours, not his, mine. Did you touch Lily's savings, or yours? Number just mine. Vanessa smirked. Because Lily deserved it. You? You're just entitled. I looked at my father, waiting for him to defend me. But he stayed silent, refusing to meet my eyes. That was it. The moment I knew I was done. I took a deep breath, locked eyes with Vanessa, and smiled. Okay. If that's how you feel, you won't mind if I leave, right? My father finally looked up. What? I turned toward the stairs. Give me 10 minutes. I'll be out of your way for good. It took less than 10 minutes to pack. I didn't have much, just clothes, my wallet, and the few belongings Lily hadn't claimed over the years. My laptop, headphones, and some personal items. My phone was destroyed, but I didn't care. I was leaving. Vanessa didn't try to stop me. She just stood there, arms crossed, looking smug. My father, though, seemed unsure. Where are you going? He asked as I headed for the door. To Grandpa's, I said without turning around. That got his attention. He knew exactly what it meant. Grandpa had never liked Vanessa. He'd warned my father not to marry her, saying she was using him. But my father hadn't listened. Now, here we were. I walked out, slung my bag over my shoulder, and didn't look back. Grandpa's house was small but felt more like home than my father's ever had. When I knocked, he opened the door, took one look at me, and stepped aside. Come in, kid. I sat in the living room, and he handed me a glass of iced tea before sitting across from me. All right, he said. What happened? I told him everything, from the moment I saw the car to walking out the door. When I finished, he leaned back, silent. His fingers tapped the armrest, a sign he was angry. Then he stood. "Get in the truck." I frowned. "What?" "We're going to your father's house." Grandpa was usually calm and patient. When he acted like this, it meant he was furious. And when Grandpa was furious, people listened. The drive was silent. When we pulled into the driveway, my father was outside, as if waiting for me to return. But when he saw Grandpa, his face paled. "Dad," he said, voice shaky. Grandpa slammed the truck door and marched toward him. "Inside. Now." My father hesitated, glancing at the house as if debating whether to call Vanessa for backup. But one look from Grandpa, and he obeyed. Vanessa appeared in the living room, already annoyed. "Oh, great! What's he doing here?" Grandpa ignored her, focusing on my father. "Tell me exactly what you did to my grandson." My father swallowed. "It's not what it sounds like. You stole from him," Grandpa cut in. "You took his money without permission and gave it to your daughter. You let that woman walk all over you, and now you've driven your own child away because you're too weak to stand up to her." Vanessa scoffed. "Oh, please." Grandpa turned on her so fast she stepped back. "You, shut up. I'm talking to my son." For once, Vanessa was speechless. Grandpa glared at my father. "You're paying Alex back, every cent, right now, or we take this to court. Your choice." My father's face reddened, but he couldn't look at me. "Dad, it's not that simple." "Yes, it is," Grandpa said. "You stole from him. You owe him. And if you don't make it right, you'll lose more than money. You'll lose him." My father finally looked at me, as if realizing I was truly gone. Silence filled the room. Then Vanessa stepped forward, arms crossed. "Enough. I decide what's fair in this house. If Alex can't handle that, maybe he should stop being so selfish." Grandpa moved lightning fast. He grabbed her hair, making her scream. "Listen, you parasite. This is my son's house, my grandson's house, and you're nothing but a squatter." My father jerked forward, but a look from Grandpa stopped him. Grandpa dragged Vanessa to the door and threw her out. She stumbled onto the porch, shocked. Then Lily came running, phone in hand. "Mom? What's happening?" Grandpa turned. "Perfect. You can join her." He grabbed Lily's wrist and shoved her outside too. Then he turned to my father. "Now, you have two choices. Fix this, or go with them." My father stared at the door, where Vanessa and Lily were scrambling to their feet. For the first time, he looked scared, like he finally had something to lose. "I'll sell the car," he said quietly. Vanessa's head snapped up. "What?" Lily shrieked. "Dad, no! That's my car!" Grandpa smirked. "No, it's Alex's car. His money paid for it." My father sighed. "I'm selling the car and giving Alex his money back. It's the only way to make this right." Vanessa's face twisted. "Danny, don't be ridiculous." "I have been ridiculous," my father interrupted. "For years, I let you treat Alex like garbage. I stole from my own son to keep you happy. But I'm done." He turned to me. "Alex, pack your things. We're going to Grandpa's for a while." I blinked. "We?" He took a deep breath. "Yeah. I need a break from all this." Vanessa's jaw dropped. "Are you insane? This is your home. I'm your wife. And I don't know if I want that anymore," he admitted. "Pack your things. You and Lily can stay with your mother." Lily screamed. "I hate you!" Vanessa stormed inside, shoving past my father. "This isn't over!" Grandpa grinned. "Oh, it sure is." We left before she could say another word. A week later, Grandpa helped my father sell the car. True to his word, my father returned every cent of my $8,000. It felt good, but I knew Vanessa wouldn't give up. And I was right. One afternoon, when Grandpa and I returned from errands, Lily's car was back in the driveway. My stomach sank. Inside, Vanessa and Lily were sitting at the kitchen table as if they'd never left. Lily was on her phone, feet propped up, while Vanessa sipped coffee from Grandpa's mug. My father stood at the counter, looking exhausted. Grandpa's eye twitched. "What the hell is this?" Vanessa smiled sweetly. "Oh, you're back. We were just catching up with Danny. He invited us over to talk. Grandpa stepped forward. Ex-wife, actually. She laughed. Not yet. He hasn't filed anything. And guess what? He's not going to... I looked at my father. He wouldn't meet my eyes. Lily fake yawned. Are we done? This place is so boring. Grandpa snatched the coffee cup from Vanessa and hurled it against the wall. It shattered, silence following. He turned to my father. One chance. Tell them to pack their things now. My father clenched his fists. Then finally he looked at Vanessa. Pack your things. Her smile faded. Danny, pack your things. Her jaw clenched. You'll regret this. My father shook his head. Number I won't. He opened the door and gestured outside. Vanessa grabbed Lily and stormed out. Days later, my father sold the car without hesitation and gave me back my money. As he handed it to me, he sighed. I'm sorry, Alex, for everything. I didn't reply right away. For the first time in years, he felt like my father again. A week later, he filed for divorce. No hesitation. No turning back. When Grandpa heard, he clapped my father on the shoulder. Took you long enough. My father sighed. Yeah, it did. Then he turned to me. Alex, I know I don't deserve it, but I'd like you to come home. No pressure. I glanced at Grandpa, who grinned. Your choice, kid, but if you ask me, looks like your old man finally woke up. I thought about it. Then I smiled. All right, let's go home. If you enjoyed this story and felt the emotions behind it, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more real-life experiences and heartfelt stories. Your support means the world, and it helps us bring more content like this to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.